Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. Today, we're going to be exploring something really interesting.
Ooh, fun.
I know, right? We're going to be looking at kitchen witchcraft.
Interesting.
Yeah. Specifically, we're going to be focusing on the magical properties of herbs.
Oh,
You know, those herbs you can find right in your kitchen.
right in your kitchen.
Yep. I actually have an excerpt here from a book on kitchen witchcraft.
Cool.
It's been so fun reading this to get ready.
I bet.
Yeah. It's really got me thinking about my spice rack in a whole new way, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I never realized how much magic and meaning
Mm-hmm.
could be packed into these everyday ingredients.
Yeah, it's really fascinating how these herbs have been used for centuries in different cultures and traditions.
It is. It's like this connection to history and nature right there in our kitchens.
Exactly. And, you know, I think a lot of people are drawn to this idea of kitchen witchcraft
Mm-hmm.
because it's so simple
Yeah,
and natural, you know?
it is.
It's like a way to bring a little magic into everyday life.
It is. Like, you don't have to be like a practicing witch or anything
Right.
to appreciate these traditions and try them out.
Exactly.
Okay, so the book starts off with basil,
Oh, basil.
which is in like pretty much every kitchen, right?
It is a staple.
Yeah. But in kitchen witchcraft, it's considered the herb of prosperity and protection.
Wow. So like good fortune and safety all in one.
Yeah. I mean, who wouldn't want a little more of this?
Right. Sign me up.
Yeah. The book even suggests keeping a basil leaf in your wallet to attract money.
Hmm. Interesting.
I know. Wouldn't that be amazing if it actually worked?
Well,
Yeah.
there's no scientific evidence to support that, but
Right.
the act of doing so could definitely have a powerful placebo effect.
Mm-hmm.
It's about setting an intention and creating a tangible reminder of your goals.
Oh, I see.
So in a way, it's not so much about the basil itself having magical powers,
Mm.
but more about the belief and energy we associate with
It's
it.
like a mental trick almost.
Right. It's about using the basil as a tool to connect with our desires and influence our mindset.
That makes a lot of sense.
You know, I've heard that in ancient Rome, basil was a symbol of love and fidelity.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was often given as a gift to newlyweds
Wow.
to bring good fortune to their marriage.
I had no idea basil had such a rich history.
It really does. And in some cultures, it's still used in purification rituals to ward off negative energy.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Yeah. You know, it makes you wonder how these beliefs first originated.
Yeah, like, did they just notice that after eating basil, they felt more prosperous or protected?
Well, it's hard to say for sure, but I think it goes back to a time when people were more in tune with the natural world.
Mm-hmm.
They observed the properties of plants and herbs and how they interacted with their environment.
Like almost a sense of intuition.
Exactly.
Mm.
And from those observations, they developed rituals and practices that integrated these plants into their lives.
Okay, so moving on from basil, let's talk about another popular herb.
Okay, what's next?
Rosemary. Ugh.
Ah, rosemary. Love it.
Me too. It smells amazing.
It does.
But aside from its lovely aroma, it's also said to be great for memory and concentration.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know. This is a good one for our listeners who might be students or anyone who needs a mental boost.
Right. Always helpful.
Yeah. So apparently, in ancient Greece,
Oh, ancient Greece.
I know, right?
It's all interesting.
I know. Students would wear rosemary garlands.
Garlands, like on their heads.
Yeah, to help them with their recall during exams.
Oh, wow.
I know. I've also heard of people putting rosemary under their pillow to help them remember their dreams.
I haven't tried that one
Have you ever tried anything like that?
with rosemary.
So.
No, but I've experimented with other herbs for dream recall.
Oh, cool. Does it work?
You know, it's hard to say for sure if it's the herbs themselves or just the power of suggestion.
Right.
But I definitely think that creating a relaxing bedtime ritual with calming scents can help with dream recall.
Makes sense.
Yeah, if you believe something will help you remember your dreams, you're more likely to pay attention to them when you wake up.
So again, it's that connection between the mind and body.
Exactly. The power of belief can be really strong.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got basil for prosperity and rosemary for memory.
Sounds good to me.
Now let's move on to another kitchen staple. Cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
I love cinnamon, especially in the fall, you know.
Oh, yeah.
But according to this book, it's not just for delicious treats.
Oh, really? What else is it good for?
Well, in kitchen witchcraft, it's considered a powerful ingredient for attracting things like love, passion, and success.
Ooh, that sounds like a good combination.
I know, right?
I'm intrigued.
Me too. So cinnamon is often associated with the element of fire.
Fire.
Yeah, which
Right.
represents energy, warmth, and transformation.
Oh, okay. I see.
So it makes sense that it would be used to ignite passion,
Right.
boost creativity, and attract abundance.
That's all connected.
Yeah, it is. The book even mentions sprinkling cinnamon around candles for money spells.
Money spells.
Yeah, have you ever heard of
I
that?
have. I've always been curious about
Me
that.
too. Apparently, sprinkling cinnamon around the candle is supposed to help attract money.
Interesting.
I know. I kind of want to try it just to see what happens.
Me too. I mean, even if it doesn't actually work,
Yeah?
it's still a fun and intentional way to set your financial goals.
Right. It's like adding a little extra oomph to your manifestation practice.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got basil for prosperity, rosemary for memory, and cinnamon for...
Passion, love, and success.
That's right.
Wow, we've covered a lot of ground already.
I know. This is just the tip of the iceberg, though.
I bet. There's so many herbs out there with amazing properties.
There are. So next up, we have thyme,
Time,
which is known as the herb of courage.
courage.
Yeah. You know, I actually made myself a cup of thyme tea before a big presentation once.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I swear it helped calm my nerves.
Interesting.
Maybe it was just a placebo effect,
Could be.
but it definitely made me feel more confident.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's like those ancient Roman soldiers who carried thyme sprigs into battle.
Oh, yeah. I've heard about that.
They believed it would bring them protection and strength.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Thyme was also used in purification rituals to cleanse negative energies.
Wow. So many uses for such a simple herb.
I know. It really is amazing how much power these everyday ingredients can hold.
It's truly fascinating.
It is. And this deep dive has definitely got me thinking about my kitchen in a whole new way.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm already looking forward to trying out some of these rituals myself.
Same here. It's like we have a whole apothecary right in our spice cabinet.
Exactly. And the best part is you don't need any special training or equipment to get started.
Right. Anyone can incorporate these herbs into their daily lives.
It's all about intention and connection.
I love that.
So what's next on our kitchen witchcraft adventure?
Well, we've only just scratched the surface.
Oh, I bet.
There are so many more herbs to explore and so much more magic to discover.
I can't wait. It's amazing, isn't it?
I know. Like, who knew our kitchens were so full of magic?
Right. It's like we've been surrounded by these powerful ingredients all along.
Yeah, and we just never realized it.
I know. It's making me look at my spice rack in a whole new light.
Me too. Okay, so we talked about basil for prosperity, rosemary for memory, cinnamon for love, passion, and success.
Mm-hmm.
What other magical herbs do we have in store?
Well, next up, let's talk about bay leaves.
Oh, bay leaves.
You know, the ones you usually toss into soups and stews.
Yeah.
But in kitchen witchcraft, they're considered to be really powerful tools for manifestation.
For manifestation.
Yeah. Have you heard of the thing where you write a wish on a bay leaf?
Oh, yeah. And then you burn it, right?
Exactly. It's like you're releasing your desires out into the universe.
Yeah, it's a really cool visual.
It is. And there's something so satisfying about watching the bay leaves burn and knowing that you've set your intention.
Yeah, it's almost like a letting go kind of thing.
Right. Like you're surrendering your wish to something bigger than yourself.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But, you know, if you're not into the whole burning thing,
Yeah.
there are other ways to use bay leaves for manifestation.
Really? Like what?
Well, you can write your wish on the bay leaf and then fold it up and put it in your wallet
Okay.
or tuck it under your pillow.
Interesting. So it's all about keeping that intention close by.
Right. It's about creating a physical reminder of your desires.
And I guess the bay leaf just kind of amplifies that energy.
Exactly. It's like giving your wishes an extra boost.
I love that. Okay, so we've got bay leaves for manifestation. What's next?
How about some oregano for joy?
Oregano for joy.
Yeah. Oregano is associated with happiness and positive vibes.
Oh, I love that.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's like adding a little sunshine to your meals.
Yeah. And it's so easy to incorporate, like just sprinkle some on your food and boom, instant happiness.
Well, not quite instant,
Right.
but it's about the intention you bring to the process as you're adding the oregano. Visualize yourself feeling happy and joyful.
I see. So it's like a little ritual to boost your mood.
Exactly.
Okay, so bay leaves for manifestation, oregano for joy.
What else? How about sage for purification?
Oh, sage. I've heard about burning sage to cleanse negative energy.
Yeah, that's a common practice.
Have you ever tried it?
I have. I actually do it regularly in my home.
Ah, cool. Does it work?
Well, it definitely creates a sense of peace and clarity,
Uh-huh.
whether that's from the sage itself or just the ritual is up for debate.
Right.
But I find it really helpful for clearing out stagnant energy.
So it's like a spiritual cleanse.
Exactly. And you can use sage to purify your own energy too.
Really? How do you do that?
Well, you can light a sage stick and just waft the smoke around yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can take a few deep breaths with a sprig of sage in your hand.
Oh, Oh, that sounds really nice.
It is. It's like a mini meditation.
Okay, so we've got bay leaves for manifestation, oregano for joy sage for purification.
Feeling good so far.
I know. This is amazing. What else do we have?
How about a little energy boost with peppermint?
Peppermint.
Yeah. Peppermint is known for its invigorating properties.
Oh, yeah. It's like an instant wake-up call.
Right. In kitchen witchcraft, peppermint is associated with clarity, focus, and communication.
Interesting.
So if you're feeling sluggish or unmotivated, try drinking some peppermint tea.
Okay.
Or just take a few sniffs of peppermint essential oil.
That's a good tip. I actually have some peppermint oil right here in my purse.
Perfect. So you're already ahead of the game.
I know. It's like I'm a kitchen witch in training.
You are. And speaking of powerful herbs, let's not forget about garlic.
Garlic.
Yeah. Now, I know it might seem like an odd choice,
Yeah, kind of.
but garlic has long been associated with protection and strength.
Oh, really?
Yeah. In many cultures, it's believed to ward off negative energies.
I always thought of garlic as more of a vampire repellent.
Well, that too.
Right.
But it's also a powerful ingredient for creating a shield of positive energy.
Interesting. So how would you use garlic in kitchen witchcraft?
Well, you could hang a braid of garlic in your kitchen
Okay.
to protect your home from negative vibes. Or you could add it to your meals with the intention of boosting your strength and vitality.
Okay. I can see that.
Or you could even carry a clove of garlic in your pocket.
In my pocket.
Yeah, as a reminder of your inner strength and resilience.
Okay, that's a new one.
You might sound a little strange.
Yeah,
But hey, if it works right.
that's true. Okay, so we've got garlic for protection. What else?
Have we forgotten about any herbs?
Let's see. We talked about basil, rosemary, cinnamon, thyme, bay leaves, oregano, sage, peppermint, garlic.
What about cloves?
Oh, cloves. You're right.
Often associated with the holidays, but they also have magical properties.
They do. Like what?
Well, cloves are often used in love spells and prosperity rituals.
Interesting. I never knew that.
Yeah. They're believed to attract positive energies and enhance attraction.
So maybe I should start adding more cloves to my cooking.
It couldn't hurt.
Right. It's amazing how many of these herbs and spices we use every day without realizing their deeper significance.
It's like we have a whole magical world right at our fingertips.
I know. And we're just starting to uncover it.
That's the exciting part.
It is. This deep dive has definitely opened my eyes to the possibilities of kitchen witchcraft.
I'm glad to hear it.
It's like a whole new way of looking at cooking and food.
It is. It's about connecting with our intuition and finding magic in the everyday.
I love that. I know it's really making me think about all the ways we can bring intention and ritual into our lives. Even just simple things like cooking.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I love about kitchen witchcraft?
It
just seems so accessible, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
Like you don't need any fancy tools or ingredients or anything. You can just work with what you already have.
Exactly. It's about reclaiming those simple everyday rituals and finding magic in the ordinary.
Yeah. Like we don't need to go on some big quest to find enchantment.
Yep.
It's right there in our kitchens and the food we prepare and share.
I love that.
So for our listeners who are feeling inspired by all this, where would you suggest they start?
I think a good place to start is by choosing an herb that resonates with you.
Okay.
Maybe one that we've talked about today. And just learn a little bit more about it.
Oh, like its history and traditional uses.
Exactly. And then think about an intention you'd like to set.
Okay.
Whether it's attracting abundance, boosting your courage, or just inviting more joy into your life.
Those are all good ones.
Right.
Yeah.
So once you have your herb and your intention in mind, find a simple way to incorporate that herb into your daily routine.
Like adding it to your tea.
Exactly. Or using it in your cooking. Or even just keeping a sprig of it on your desk or altar.
Okay.
And just be present as you're doing it.
What do you mean?
Like really pay attention to the aroma, the taste, the feel of the herb.
Oh, I see.
Connect with your intention and allow the magic to unfold.
It sounds kind of like meditation almost.
It is, in a way.
That's cool.
Yeah, and remember, there's no right or wrong way to do kitchen witchcraft.
Okay, good to know.
Trust your intuition and let nature be your guide.
So we've talked about a lot of different herbs today.
We have
Basil, rosemary, cinnamon, thyme, bay leaves, oregano, sage, peppermint, garlic cloves.
Wow, that's quite a list.
I know. It's making me hungry, actually.
Me too.
But before we all run off to our kitchens to whip up some magical concoctions, I want to leave our listeners with one final thought.
Okay, what is it?
Kitchen witchcraft is about more than just using herbs for specific purposes.
Yeah.
It's about connecting with the power of nature
Mm,
and harnessing that power to create positive change in our lives.
I like that.
And it's about recognizing that magic exists all around us,
It does.
even in the most ordinary places.
So true.
So, dear listener, what everyday herb will you try first?
And what intention will you set?
What magic will you create?
We can't wait to hear all about your kitchen witchcraft adventures.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the magical world of kitchen witchcraft.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, happy cooking.
And happy enchanting.